I started acting now.
Yeah.
In 2019 is when I gave Dimple's audition. And I was over the moon. मैंने कहा ये तो मतलब इसको बोलते हैं debut. कि एक फिल्म आई नहीं और सारे मतलब रंग ही चेंज हो गए, सब कुछ ही मतलब लाइफ ही पलट गई. There was a big frog sitting on my chappal the other day. That I didn't like it. I was never fearful of frogs. And उस दिन से लेके जब तक my film released through the weekend, I had stars at the tips of my fingers.
Hello everyone, this is Aina and welcome to Instant Bollywood. I am with someone who's so multi-talented, everyone's favorite and super versatile. Joining me in a conversation is Prajakta Koli.
Hi, Aina.
Hello.
That was a very lovely introduction. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Did I say Kodi right now? You taught
Cody,
me?
now also you said wrong.
Please teach me. I can't get that.
R, can you say R?
R.
R.
R. No?
That's okay. Half my family also can't say it because my mama's from Delhi. So मेरी जो Delhi side वाली सारी family, they also can't say Kodi. They say Koli or they say Kodi.
So I'm going to stick to Koli.
Koli you can
Always.
say. Yeah.
Okay. So the last time we spoke was, I think exactly around last year. After
Last year,
Jug Jug.
this time, it was after, oh yeah, it was after Jug Jug.
Yeah.
It was raining that day also.
That's what Saurav even said. It was raining that day. Yeah. And what I want to know is how much has life changed besides you had short hair?
I had really short hair.
Yeah, you had
And
short hair.
all of this is not real also. Now I have this much hair.
Long hair. You were in your 20s, now you've entered 30s.
Now
so
I've entered my 30s.
Belated happy birthday.
Thank you.
And now you have a novel.
I mean, I will
you
have
will
one,
have
yeah.
a novel. So what's changed besides these three things in your life?
Everything has changed. The fact that life is the same but still not, you know what I mean? Like I'm still waking up and I have, my days are different. Some days I'm writing, some days I'm working on brand content, some days I'm shooting this, some days I'm promoting. But the conversations that I'm having, things that I'm writing have changed. So although life looks like it's the same, but a lot has changed.
And a good change.
A great change,
Right.
I think. I'm very, very grateful to be right now in a place where I'm having the best time. And everything has kind of just fallen into place so well for me because I don't think I would have had the time or the patience to even start writing a book or even aim at finishing it if I was shooting something. Until I started writing the book, I was wondering, why am I not shooting anything?
Yeah.
Why am I not able to shoot anything? Why is nothing lining up? Because I was supposed to shoot something which got pushed. So everything has just kind of fallen like Lego pieces for the whole year in place. Yeah.
You were shooting for Anu Menon's film, which
I
I'm
was.
assuming was Niyat.
Near last year,
Yeah, last year. The kind of roles that you're doing now, are you thinking consciously, because you went from a Khayali Pulao, before that obviously being a creator, you are still a creator, to then Jug Jug and now Niyat. Are you like being very conscious about the kind of choices you're making, that I have to be versatile because I don't want to be boxed?
Not
somewhere?
really. And I think I'm too new to worry about that. I mean,
But वो शुरुआत में ही लोग measure calculator
but you know, like मेरे को ये डर था ना कि जब तो before ख्याली पुलाव खैर पहले आया, लेकिन मैंने मिसमैच पहले किया था शूट. मिसमैच का ऑडिशन या उसके कॉन्वर्सेशंस ख्याली पुलाव से पहले हुए थे. मिसमैच का ऑडिशन आने तक, इससे पहले जितने ऑडिशंस आते थे ना, तो वो वैसा लग रहा था मुझे कि आई हैव ऑलरेडी बीन बॉक्स्ड in the sense कि bubbly, voice of reason, you know, girl next door, cute, she's this, she's that. और मुझे उस टाइप से मज़ा नहीं आ रहा था पढ़ के, कि मुझे लगता था कि थोड़ा और ट्राई करते हैं, थोड़ा और पेशेंस रखते हैं, थोड़ा और देखते हैं, थोड़ा और ऑडिशन करते हैं, क्या पता ऐसा कोई कैरेक्टर आए जो इन सब से अलग हो. तो उस टाइम में मुझे लगा था कि मुझे वैसे ही रोल्स मिलेंगे बिकॉज ऑफ द पर्सनालिटी दैट आई हैव ऑलरेडी, ऑनलाइन ऑफलाइन व्हाटएवर. तो जब डिम्पल का ऑडिशन आया, जब मैंने उसके कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स पढ़े, आई वाज सो सरप्राइज. इसी ऑफिस में हम जहाँ पे अभी मर्च वाली टीम बैठती है, उस वाले डेस्क पे सुदीप बैठता था पहले, उस कॉर्नर पे. उसके साइड में आई वाज सिटिंग ऑन हिज डेस्क व्हेन आई गॉट अ मैसेज फ्रॉम पंचमी सेइंग कि ये करना है. जब मैंने कैरेक्टर के बारे में पढ़ा, आई रियलाइज कि अरे ये बहुत अलग है, शी इज नथिंग लाइक मी. सो दैट वाज व्हाट वाज न्यू फॉर मी. वो होने के बाद जब गिन्नी फ्रॉम जुग जुग जियो केम, शी इज नथिंग लाइक डिम्पल, बट ऑल्सो शी इज नॉट रियली लाइक मी. लाइक शी इज fun and she's chill, bubbly. But there's a lot more to her than just that. Then Gigi came. Now Gigi was not like Ginny or like Dimple.
She's like
इसका अलग ही है कि हाँ प्रॉपर है, मिस्टीरियस है, क्या चल रहा है, कैसा है, कौन है ये, कहाँ से आई है. बहुत अलग था. Then I did another couple of things जिसमें जो characters थे were very so. At this point, I'm just riding on the wave that I'm so glad that writers and creators and directors and casting directors actually looking at me for more than what I had thought they would. तो मैं मेरी तरफ से honestly किसी तरह का कोई वो conscious effort नहीं लगा रही हूँ कि ये तो मैं नहीं करूँगी या वो तो मैं नहीं करूँगी. I'm giving so many auditions constantly. Whatever project comes to us, if it's a good project, if it's a good story, if it's a good character. If it's a great story actually, we will just do it. And I've been auditioning left, right and center for the past few months. तो इस वक्त तो मैं कोई किरदार ऐसे चुन नहीं रही हूँ. And I don't think I'm in a space also to choose yet. I don't have that much intellect as an actor to know better.
You know, I have to tell you this, I've never got the opportunity, but I love Mismatch, dude. Like,
Wow,
as my
great,
audience-
thank you.
I've never just told you this, I was just thinking when you're talking about Mismatch, what music also.
Oh yeah, music
The
is
last
lovely.
season, I was on loop when I was listening to SAQ.
Yeah,
And all
it
the
is
songs.
lovely. Is
So-
the ghazal version or the original one?
Both.
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 Okay.
I have loved both.
Yeah.
You're so successful. You're growing every day. Does it get disheartening at every point कि everything is working out, but why am I not getting this or why am I not getting that? Does that even happen at your stage? Because I understand someone who's struggling will go through that, but are you also?
It's crazy now how everything has worked out because genuinely मैंने as an artist I started online more than 8 years ago.
Yeah.
तो वहाँ पे तो अभी ऐसी जगह आ गए है कि अप्स में भी उतना नहीं हिलते हैं और डाउन्स में भी उतना नहीं हिलते हैं.
Yeah.
But I started acting now.
Yeah.
In 2019 is when I gave Dimple's audition and I went. That was the first thing that went through for me. So I'm fairly new at it. So in fact, this time last year, July August के बीच में, I was Jug Jug just release हुई थी, and I don't think I've spoken about this. Jug Jug just release हुई थी, and I had 4 great projects in hand. कि मतलब बात 4 लोगों से बात हुई थी, and 4 great platforms, great stories, great directors. And I was over the moon. मैंने कहा ये तो मतलब इसको बोलते हैं debut. कि एक फिल्म आई नहीं और सारे मतलब रंग ही चेंज हो गए, सब कुछ ही मतलब लाइफ ही पलट गई. एंड आई लॉस्ट देम ऑल इन अगस्त बिकॉज कुछ की डेट्स नहीं वर्कआउट हो रही थी. someone decided to go with someone else. एक का तो प्रोडक्शन ही बंद हो गया. The story only got shelved. So when I was in August, for the first time, I felt that uncertainty.
Oh my God.
And I didn't know how to deal with it because I had gotten over this phase as a creator 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And I had reached this space of complete comfort with my ups and my downs. मतलब अभी भी content blocks होते हैं, लेकिन I just handle them so much better. I know how to handle.
Yeah.
ये life of an actor वाला ये जो नया वाला side आया ना, I didn't know how to handle it. It was the scariest part where everything was uncertain. मैंने कहा ये क्या हो गया? Like I've just done a film that has come out and then clearly people saw it because जितनी बार मैंने ये auditions दिए इन 4 projects के लिए, हर बारी वो एक reference आया था. तो मुझे लगा कि कुछ तो सही हुआ रहेगा. और फिर सब कुछ कैसे चला गया.
Oh God.
And then August गया, September first week में is when one of the bigger projects in those 4 got locked. So I ended up doing that. But वो जो जुलाई और अगस्त के 2 महीने थे ना, उस टाइम में मुझे पहली बार वो फील हुआ था. But the good thing is when I felt it, I realized कि I am in a very privileged position of comfort because I know I have a fallback plan. I have a job that pays my bills. I have a job that is sustainable. I have a job that I like doing, which is being a creator.
Right.
I can write.
Yeah.
I have my own platforms. I have my own brand collabs. I have a whole ecosystem running.
True.
Which is very sustainable for me after working very hard for so long. So that वो समझने में थोड़ी सी मैं हिल गई थी 1-2 महीने के लिए, but eventually I found that. So अभी भी वो होता है.
So it's safe to say that you've aced handling being a creator.
I trust the process.
You trust it, but I think
100%.
acting के लिए you're going to give it some more time.
और देना भी पड़ेगा ना, because I'm so
100%.
new. There is no sense of any direction that I can have right now. Not unless I do 20-30 projects कि मुझे समझ में आए कि अच्छा ऐसे है
होता
ये.
है, हाँ.
2-3 projects में किसको क्या समझ में आएगा.
And because you said you're new, you started off with a big cast. You're still doing an ensemble, which is also...
All my projects have been
Yeah,
ensembles.
also, all your projects have been an ensemble. But especially Jug Jug, and this is because it's Vidya ma'am and, you know, such senior
And they're both
actors.
theatrical releases.
Yeah. Is it intimidating, like, really to kind of work with them, to be on
very.
set with them, to kind of give a take? in front of them? Because you don't know, you're like, are you messing up? Are you not? Are you doing fine? What are they thinking of me? Does this go on in your head?
It's very intimidating for sure,
Yeah.
but it's intimidating the first time.
Okay.
जो पहला दिन होता है, पहला टेक होता है, बिकॉज अगेन मैं इतनी लकी हूँ इन मामलों में कि every project I've done has multiple actors, but all of them, and what are the chances? All of them have been lovely. Everyone on Mismatched, everybody on Jug Jug, and I mean everyone when I say everyone.
Yeah. कहीं ये डर नहीं रहता कि यार मुझे स्क्रीन स्पेस कम मिला या मैं खो जाऊंगी? Like, what was your process to kind of go ahead with Niyat? Besides the cast and besides that, oh, there are big banners. Of course, you're thinking about yourself. आप सोचोगे कि will I get the due as the character that I'm playing? Do you think about that? Don't you fear getting lost in an ensemble?
To be honest with you, this thought came to me much after I had done both my ensemble.
Oh.
But one of the things जो मैं YouTube में भी करती थी when we were writing content, जब सुदीप और मैं बैठ के किसी story को लिखते थे, कोई नया character लिखते थे, every time a story comes to me, I just look at it, कि if you remove my character, does the story still work? And if it doesn't work, then even if the character comes for one scene, it's a catalyst, it makes sense. जुग जुग जो में अगर गिन्नी को हटा दो तो नहीं बनती ना स्टोरी
तो गिन्नी के आजू बाजू
क्योंकि उसकी शादी में ही सब कुछ जो भी है रायता फैलता है. इसमें से अगर जीजी को हटा दो तो भी there's a few links that will not match, that will not make sense. So even if Gigi comes on screen for one scene, I feel like as long as it works in moving the story forward, I think it's a win.
That's such a beautiful way to look at it. No one's given me this answer.
Oh really?
No one.
Look at me imparting knowledge.
Now influencers are also becoming actors. We've not only seen you, but a couple of them.
Bhuvan's done very well with Taza Khabar.
Exactly. And now even they're representing, India at Cannes and all these festivals. There is a certain audience that, they end up trolling influencers for their growth. What is your take on that?
On trollers?
Not trollers exactly, but...
On trolls, sorry.
Yeah, on trolls, but exactly that... अरे इनको क्यों मौका दिया जा रहा है? Why are they going here? Or what's happening? Because
तुमको सड़ना है तुम सड़ो. It's not now. I feel like it has always been a thing. अभी बस publicly हो रहा है. सोसाइटीज में भी यही होता है, फैमिलीज में भी यही होता है, फ्रेंड सर्कल्स में भी यही होता है कि इसको क्यों दिया है, इसने क्या किया, ये क्यों जा रही है. आजकल तो कोई भी कुछ भी करके फेमस हो जाता है. ये तो हमने बचपन से सुन रखी है ना बातें. किसी ना किसी के बुआ की बेटी को कहीं पे कुछ हो गया तो यहाँ पे बातें तो होती है ना, तुम जाए उसको जानो या ना जानो. तो आई फील लाइक सड़ने वाले तो होते ही हैं यार. I mean, and I honestly feel very proud for every movement that happens, every tiny step that is taken forward in the creator community, because I know how tough it is.
Yeah, it is.
A lot of the creators around you make it look like it's breezy. Yeah. But it's not.
What fears you from now, like where you are at?
What fears I have?
Yeah. What worries you now? Because you're like, कोई आपकी life को देखेगा, like she's such a successful YouTuber, she's doing Dharma films, she's coming out with another theatrical release in a year, she has projects, she has a Netflix show, and I'm just like, listen, she has it all. What's scary to you?
I'm on a mental high, where now that you ask me, I really can't think of something that scares me. I'm worried about things. I have pressure. I feel pressure. जैसे अब ये book को लेके बड़ा pressure है कि मतलब it is the most challenging thing I've done in my life. Sitting down and writing how much ever pages I've written so far. I'm very surprised that I even got to that mark of writing that much. इसीलिए जब मैंने अप्रैल में लिखना शुरू किया था मैं सुधीर बोला अपने को रुक जा 2 महीने देते हैं इसको. I don't know if I'll continue doing this. I don't even know if I can. When we hit a certain number of chapters, a certain word count, I was like, okay, maybe I might just finish it. So maybe we can talk about it. तो इस वक्त तो I am feeling pressure and I'm feeling challenged, but that is also what keeps my job fun. I'm not scared. I'm not fearful. The only fear in life I have is losing people I love. I don't have any other fears.
100%. No, then that's a good
and big
space
frogs. There was a big frog sitting on my chappal the other day. That I didn't like it. I was never fearful of frogs, and that one frog has ruined my life. So other than that, I think I'm fine.
How did you have a frog here?
In Alibag.
Oh, in Alibag.
Yeah, my chappal was kept, and उसके ऊपर frog था बहुत बड़ा.
Oh,
it's an irrelevant story. I'm just saying that that was the only thing I'm scared of right now.
Last time when I spoke to you, I asked you, are you affected by social media numbers? I want to ask you, are you now affected by box office numbers?
I don't understand it.
I mean, you'll know कि कितने फिल्म खुल रही है, कितना वीकेंड पे बना है.
एक फिल्म आई है मेरी यार,
Still,
वो
like-
भी पिछले साल आई थी और मेरी पहली फिल्म थी. Have you ever felt those मराठी में बोलते हैं कि मुंग्या आल्या हाताला, हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं जब हाथ पैर सो जाते हैं?
हाँ, stars you get.
हाँ, वो हो जाता है ना.
हाँ.
The day before my film release there was a screen. 2 days before my film release there was a screening. उस दिन से लेके जब तक my film release through the weekend I had stars at the tips of my fingers because that is how jittery and overwhelmed and anxious I was about the fact that this huge childhood dream of mine has come
coming
true. My only regret was कि मुझे सुदीप ने सीटी बजाना नहीं सिखाया, क्योंकि मेरा सपना ये था कि जब मैं अपने आप को स्क्रीन पे देखूं मैं सीटी बजाऊं. अब सिखा दे, एक हफ्ते में I'll learn. I think I'll learn. For
Learn
Niyat I'll do.
CT. Then you
I'll make a reel
come to the office with me.
and I'll do.
Then we know Prajakta is here.
So box office numbers तो मेरे
ऊपर. Not even now when it's so out there, it's on social media. अभी तो flyers बनते हैं.
I
कि this
really don't know
movie-
how much Jug Jug Jio made.
Really?
I don't know. I'm pretty because it was last year. I shared it. I remember. Was it 80 crores?
Yeah, around that.
80, 88 is
Yes.
what. See, I don't even know for sure.
Yeah.
But I was in a Dharma film. I won. That's it. I remember the time when I was going through a content block and I couldn't perform very well. Was the time when I was obsessed with hitting numbers.
Yeah, you said that.
कि
Yeah.
2 million चाहिए, अभी 3 million चाहिए, 4 million चाहिए. And the most growth happened when I really started obsessing over content.
Yeah. Content is the focus always.
Yeah. So that is when I've learned that that's also not something I'm, at least right now, and I hope I'm never obsessed with.
You know, most of the times what happens is when you're like following someone on the internet or you're seeing them on screen, you have a certain perception about them, and then when you meet them, it breaks because you're like, listen, he or she is not that sweet. Like
Was
I
it
thought.
all an act?
Yeah, it was all an act. When I met you for the first time, it didn't happen. I was like, प्राजक्ता ऐसी ही है जैसी मतलब सोशल मीडिया पे है और जैसी कैमराज और इंटरव्यू पे she is like that. And I first time interviewed you during streaming Netflix.
Yeah.
And
Oh yes,
Yeah.
that is the first when I was in a sari.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
correct.
And you know what she's told me? I've been like, I'm interviewing 3 gorgeous ladies, and Prajakta was the one to be like, and you're gorgeous. And I was like, bro, she has
But you
my
did
heart.
look very pretty that day. I remember.
Thank
You're wearing a long dress.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember
I'm
that.
shocked.
And then we took selfies later.
Yeah,
also.
yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah.
See, like, I'm just like, oh my god, like, you feel special. You feel like they remember you. Like you said that Kareena Kapoor Khan
Remembered my
me.
name.
For me, she remembered how I look. And that was my first interview. You're getting interviewed by so many people. And this is not only what I have to say, but I've always heard this from people.
I'm so
how
glad.
are you managing to stay so grounded? Because it's not easy.
I have a team and my closest circle of people who is brutally honest with me.
Yeah.
I've had my moments where
Yeah.
कभी-कभी मैंने ऐसे कुछ बोल दिया and Sudeep is like,
You felt like you're a star at any
not
point?
like a star, but कभी कुछ बोल दिया है जो जाने अनजाने में arrogant हो और मैंने realize नहीं किया है. At that point, if someone would have given into that arrogance, the next time it would be even more arrogant. But the first time I said it only, I was shot down by Sudeep. It's like, what are you saying? Have you heard yourself? Can you hear yourself say that? Say that one more time to yourself. Same with my parents.
Wow.
Same with my closest friends.
Yeah.
So I don't have a lot of friends. बहुत गिने चुने friends हैं और जो 6-7 friends हैं उसमें से 4-5 तो मतलब मैं 1 साल की उम्र से थी तब से एक बना, फिर स्कूल में एक बनी, फिर कॉलेज में एक बनी, ऐसे करके एक करके झुंड हो रहा है. तो ये बड़े सालों से much before I was a YouTuber, these people have been in my life. Vishank, who's my boyfriend, has been with me when I used to be a radio intern. जब मैं 12th standard में थी, I met him. So I was 18. तो बड़े सारे सालों से ये सारे मेरे साथ रहे हैं. So they will call me out. Luckily, touchwood, इतने instances नहीं होते हैं. But if they happen, I know that I will be called out. Secondly, my audience is very brutal.
Yeah.
And in a good way. They are extremely honest. They are very vocal. They will call me out. They will support me as much as they will set me straight.
Yeah.
I've always said this कि अगर मेरे में इतनी सी भी हिम्मत आती है ना कुछ नया करने की, it's only मेरे audience के confidence पे. Like when I was doing ख्याली पुलाव, मेरी बैंड बजी पड़ी. मेरे को क्यों देखेगा कोई? क्यों will they watch anything away from what they've subscribed to me for?
Yes.
बुक को भी लेके मेरे को कोई कितने भी पैसे 100 रुपए की 200 300 400 जितने की भी बुक मैं बेचूंगी क्यों कोई खरीदेगा
हाँ
Why will people spend time reading a book? I know how choosy I am about books, but the confidence that my audience has shown in every time that I've done something new is what gives me the guts to even try new things. So that always sets me straight. And thirdly, I also realized that everything that I have today stems from my journey as a creator.
yeah
All the time, all the years that my team and I have put together in building this brand that is mostly sane. So not for 1 minute can I take it for granted to a point where I'm like,
yeah.
so I think that is also there.
You know, there was such a sweet comment on our last interview. I was just reading and telling the team. A couple of people have wrote that it feels like Monica and Rachel are talking.
You and me?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute.
That was so cute, and I was just like, that's adorable because
Yeah.
it was like, and we were coincidentally twinning.
Yeah, we were
Right
both
now,
wearing
so
black.
We're
Yeah.
coincidentally twinning.
Yeah.
Lastly, what I want to know is, like I asked you about creators and how, you know, people are trolling if they grow and stuff like that. At the same time, troll भी करेंगे but उतने ही intrusive भी रहेंगे उनके life में. There is a point where you need to draw a line because you're like actors. For them, the boundary is still like a little defined. They know how much to show, how much not to. For creators, your content is pretty much your life. How do you make sure that you draw a line? Because then when something goes wrong, you are accountable to answer to the audience also कि ये हुआ है. And we've seen that happening.
Another very good thing happened with me जब मेरी journey as a content creator started is that I started with people who knew their shit. With people who knew what they were doing, who had been in this business for years before I came. So I remember जब शुरू हो रहा था कुछ चीज़ें थी जो गुरप्रीत सौरभ में से 2 दिन बाद आया था मैं जो गुरप्रीत और सुनील ने मुझे बैठ के समझाया था.
Saurabh is a bully.
Choose very carefully how much you're sharing because once you share it you can't take it back.
Yeah.
मतलब ऐसे नहीं हो सकता कि अब मैं अपने से विशांक और मेरे रिलेशनशिप के बारे में बात कर रही हूँ और फिर जब लोग उसके बारे में मुझसे बात करने लग जाए तो मैं बोलूँ कि नहीं माय पर्सनल स्पेस don't intrude. Why did you speak about it in the first place then? That is one. Secondly, when I started I decided that I will only speak to the limits of my privacy. The minute my parents' privacy, my friends, Rishank's privacy, my family's or my team's privacy is in question, I will draw the line. And that makes things fairly easy. When you really look at it objectively, it's not that tough to handle this. As long as it's at the expense of my privacy, I'll speak. So it's not very tough to draw that line. It's a very fine, blurry line, but it can be there. And I've been doing this for many years now, and I have not yet reached a point where I feel like anyone's too intrusive. The only time that I've gotten uncomfortable is when रात को 1 बजे, 1:30 बजे, 2 बजे phone calls आए हैं. And that was the only time, which is just ill-mannered, I think. And I know that they are not dum-dums because they wouldn't ever do that. My viewers would never do that. So ये शैतान तो कोई ना कोई होता ही है every now and then. Other than this, I don't think there's been any intrusion. Because I've been very careful about what I share when it comes to my life.
100%.
Also, can please everybody watch Niyat?
Yeah.
It's coming. It's coming out on the 7th of July in theatres. Please, please, please go watch it. Take your family, go. I promise it'll be a fun experience. And let us know what you think about it.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Arnab. Hey everybody, I'm Prajakta Koli and you're watching me on Instant Bollywood. Make sure you like, share and subscribe to Instant Bollywood if you haven't done it already. Because it's free.